Welcome to Alpha Wolf Capital. I'm Tim, and I want to personally thank you for stopping by. This channel is designed to help small companies, both public and private, gain exposure with potential consumers, investors, even partners. Take, for example, today's guest, CEO Jeff Thompson from Redcat Holdings. Redcat Holdings, as many of you are already aware, is a U.S. manufacturer of drones for our military, our warfighters. Recently awarded a contract from the U.S. Army and also associated with Teal drones and UMAC. And Jeff is here to give us a little bit of an update on a couple of events that have occurred and make sure that everybody fully understands that none of these things are negative events. So I'll let Jeff tell you more about that in just a moment. This is not to be taken as investment advice. I am not a certified financial planner. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. I encourage everyone to do their own due diligence. Hey everybody, Tim from Alpha Wolf Capital coming at you with a quick follow-up from Jeff at Redcat. You guys might have heard of that company. It's a little hot lately. Jeff, I know you're super busy, man, but you felt as though it was important to hop on and maybe share a couple of things.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to I got a bunch of phone calls, bunch of texts. I did a little bit on Stock Twits about George, and so George is going on to a new startup, which is very exciting. And I don't it's kind of in stealth mode, so I don't want to say too much. At first when he told me, I was a little bummed out, and then when he started telling me what he's doing, I was like a little jealous. But it's he's going to be doing some really cool stuff, and I think we're going to be working with that company, and it's going to be very beneficial to Redcat and Redcat shareholders. But he's a smart kid. It's kind of like when Alan had one of me and Alan had to go spin off UMAC. I lost one of my best guys on my team to go to UMAC, and he's one of my best friends, and now it's he's still in the family. He's just at a different company, and now I think George is going to be the same thing. He's not going to be far. And I'll still rely on him for a bunch of stuff, but I'm excited for him. I'm proud of him. 10 years he's been here, got SRR done, and he's going back into startup mode, which is very tough, but I think he'll do great.
Yeah, I can't see that as, I mean, I'm sure people are freaking out over it, but I can't see it as being a long-term negative. I see it as like you said, I don't think your relationship with George is going to just disappear. I think Redcat played a big role in Teal getting where they are today, right? I mean, it
No,
was
no, absolutely.
a joint
He's
effort.
I think the company he's working with is not only going to help the Black Widow uh, do great things. I think they'll probably help us sell more drones with what they're doing. And again, I'm just going to stop right there. They're going to do some really cool stuff. Go follow them. It was in our press release, but I just wanted to make sure that people understood that it's a very friendly thing. I'm proud of them, and
This is an extremely positive exit. There's no bad blood here,
no, absolutely not.
right? Right?
No, I'll be doing stuff with George probably the rest of my life.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
actually, yeah, that's not that long. So I'm just kidding. I hope it's a long time. Not if I
And
keep traveling like this, though.
it's the same thing with Alan. I mean, at UMAC. I mean, you guys are. I've said to everyone that these are two companies that are in lockstep with one another, right? I mean,
Absolutely, yeah, yeah. UMAC's doing some great stuff. Obviously, the stocks blew off. It was a what a ride that's been this week, and that's a pretty exciting development for us at UMAC, and I think it's going to be great for the U.S. drone manufacturing capability going forward.
Yeah, I want to reiterate. There was an announcement last week. Some guy has a very similar name to the president of the United States. Oh, that's right, it's his son. Joined the board over at UMAC, and I actually have an interview with Alan later this week. But um, if I'm not mistaken, you have a position on that board as well.
Yeah,
That
I'm one of the founders. I'm on the board. He's joined us on the advisory board. It's going to be great to get his perspective. He's got this, he's got this new fund, 1789, that's all about America first and getting investments in U.S. manufacturing. And drones, as he said in his quote in the press release, are a very, it's obvious that we need to be making them here. We can't be buying Chinese drones. So we're going to do everything we can to, grow the U.S. industrial base for drones. And we're happy to have his support.
right. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and that is, everybody talks about Trump not understanding tariffs. He understands tariffs just perfectly fine. If you don't want to pay a tariff, build it in the U.S. It's pretty simple
Yeah.
stuff.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't want to go down the political route on
I know you
tariffs, but
know.
I mean, it's like pretty simple. There's some country like Germany charges 100% tariffs on our cars and we don't charge them anything on theirs. So it's like that doesn't make sense. But anyway, in the drone space, we shouldn't be buying Chinese drones. And there's the American Securities Drone Act, which passed last year. There's more legislation coming through now that's going to make it even more broad and kind of kick them out through the FCC probably. But it's pretty exciting. And his Donald Trump Jr.'s father, I watched one of his speeches where he talked about building the largest drone and robotic army in the history of the world. So instead of putting our soldiers at risk, I think we're in this administration is going to be really good for Redcat and UMAC.
I, I believe that as well. I believe a lot of things, and like you said, I don't want to take it political, but
Yeah.
I think that we are in. It's been a rough last few years, and I think the dynamics of this administration, at least from what I see so far, is that this is America first, man. It's America first, and I don't see a problem with that personally, right? I think there was a time in this country when you were proud to buy American. You were proud to have that tag on there that said "Made in America," right? And it was good quality stuff. I mean, Harley Davidson was one of them, right? I mean, I love that kind of thinking, and I would love to see that mentality come back. I don't think there's
Yeah,
any.
I got a truck for Orlando, and I got a nice little Ford Maverick. My wife's like, "Why?" I'm like, I'm my my pay is paid off by the U.S. Army. I am going to buy American, so I'm not going to buy not American. So I got myself a nice little pickup truck that's perfect for Orlando.
Yeah, man, I love that. I love it, and I mean, I love your story. That's one of the things that drew me to it immediately was the fact that you were building what I don't know if it's the largest facility in the United States that for manufacturing drones, but it's damn near close, right? I mean, it's
Well, I think us and Skydio have about the same size factory, but we're now that one of the reasons on this trip is we're also getting a new factory for FlightWave, which um, will probably make us one of the largest manufacturers with once that factory's up and running. So
is
that's
that the one in Long Beach?
going to be in Long Beach. Yep, we're so excited to get that up and going, to have some room to actually build all these drones that we have in backlog. But
How,
and the
how,
edge,
how how big of a facility is that, Jeff?
that one is about 14,000 feet
Okay,
with room to expand, kind of like what we did at Teal.
okay. So
But
between
yeah,
you,
it's
you
going to be
got you.
great. It's going to be it's going to now we can hire because there's no place to put people now where they are in Santa Monica. We got a bunch of recs out there, um, and well, hopefully it's we just get that thing built like we did to Teal. We know what we're doing. We know how to build factories now. Um, I think it's going to be exciting to get that one up and running, and now have these two different drones that do completely two different things, humming along for 2025.
How long do you think it'll take to get that factory up?
we'll have that thing up in weeks, basically for phase one, basically like folding tables out, put all the stuff gear, get the ovens going for the fuselage and start crank, but just have enough room to put desks and put people because we need more people at FlightWave. And it'll take us weeks when it'll be a finalized where it looks more like Teal. I think that'll be about 2 months, but we're just going to get in there and start building some drones and make it look nice later.
Right. I love it. All right. Anything else that you feel is relevant to making people calm? I personally think I've got a lot of people that are thinking that this is and this isn't unusual for a stock that has had as massive of a move in such a short period of time as this has had. So it's easy for people to say, well, this thing's run too far too fast. The valuations are getting heavy, whatever. I don't see that. And I don't see that because I'm going to just go back to, again, the conversations we have had repeatedly about there are other contracts that are out there that you've been talking to people for a long time, not a couple of weeks. You've been talking to them for months, right?
Well, you got to get in there early as they're building the requirements. The one I'm sure you're talking about NATO. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of activity over there. SRR definitely helped, so that we got that stamp of approval. But yeah, it's something that's it's going to help us build our revenue for years going forward because those programs of records are also for 3 or 4 years. And when people are still asking me now, hey, you think you're fully valued now? I'm like, no. I mean, look at all our comps trade in the 20s. They all trade in the 20s and we're trading sub 10.
Right.
So how can we feel like we're fully valued? I'm not a stock analyst, but our comps trade at way higher multiples. And the bottom line is we just gotta knock it out of the park in 2025 and the stock will take care of itself. So yeah, I don't think we're fully valued or even close.
Let me ask one thing with this new move with the visionary, I guess, essentially leaving Teal, right? Do you feel as though what do you feel you need? Do you have to replace him with somebody? I
Well,
mean,
we do a lot of acquisitions and we have a lot of talent on the bench. So we always like to promote people from within. We'll see where that goes. I'm not going to fill it immediately. The roadmap that we needed to build has been built. Roadmap's been done for over a year, for the next 3 to 5 years for the Black Widow. So there's we're all set up with that. The company's fully employed now. We got almost all the employees we need there. We got great teams. I mean, the company's just set up to crush it now. And so the having George go back into the startup world is great. And I think the things that he's going to do there is going to benefit the Black Widow.
right. Okay. So I mean, you don't feel as though there's a lack of innovation that just left, right? I mean, you don't
No,
feel
no,
like
we've got great people in FlightWave. We got great people in our factory and in our engineering team. Uh, any other possible acquisitions? There's some really great people in those. So we're not going to stop moving. I mean, I'm doing 3 cities this week, so we're not. I got my couple of days break for Thanksgiving, but it's back to work. We got drones to build. We got
yeah,
new
see,
opportunities in front of us, and we're going to just do that.
this is what I want people to really understand. This is how what I've gotten to know from the amount of time that I've gotten to know you is you're not the type of individual that is gonna and this goes way back before Redcat. I mean, just looking at your history of being a serial entrepreneur, right? I mean, you are not a guy that's going to sit around and rest on your laurels, and you're going to keep moving, man. That's what you love this industry too, by the way, probably more than any other industry.
This is so much fun. I'm having a great time. I am got a lot to do out there. This can be a much larger company. The family of systems is coming together really nice. We can grow that family of systems with some really interesting stuff. And that's what I'm out here doing. And like I said, back to work. and that's what I'm going to do. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling here. I've been up since 3 a.m. to catch my flight this morning. But
No,
that's all I got today.
I get it, man. I just want people to understand. I guess I'm trying to, not that I'm a big, like I feel like I have to save shorts asses. I mean, if they want to short, knock yourself out. But I'm telling you, I just don't think that this is gonna go. If you're thinking this is done, I just don't feel that that's it. I think it's
No,
just
no, I get reports from the NASDAQ and some other large funds. And specifically last week, there is a significant amount of institutional buying now. We're at the stage where institutional buyers can buy. There's a bunch of people that can buy after 5, a bunch of people that can buy after 10. And we've got a lot of institutional money coming into the stock now. I think that'll continue as we continue to, show progress, and you'll be hearing a lot of progress over the next few months. And, we're just going to keep executing, and they want to short it, go ahead. I think we only have like 5 million shares short or something like that. It's not a lot. Um, but good luck with that.
what I think is cool is you just got this news. How long ago did you go? How long ago was a week ago, right?
Yeah, about 10 days ago, we just
Yeah.
announced
So
our,
most people would be like off on a trip somewhere or like taking this huge vacation, right? I mean, it coincides with the holiday and everything. I mean, I could see somebody doing that. That's not what you're doing, man. You're back at work, right?
no, I had so many phone calls from funds on Tuesday and Wednesday, and actually on the ride down to down in Florida, I was going from Orlando down to my in-laws, and I had to have my wife drive so I could do phone calls. And I actually got Alan on the phone with a reporter from the Wall Street Journal, and 45 minutes later, he was, on the journal and trending everywhere. So yeah, but we got lots more to do. And UMAC's crushing it. They've got some great things coming up, and we're just gonna just keep doing what we're doing. Just keep building drones, selling drones, making drones, growing the revenue. I mean, we spent the last 6 months of 2024 preparing for 2025, and everyone's like, "Well, when you're reporting?" I think we're on like December 15th or something like that, and then we switched to the new year. But the what we're focusing on right now is 2025.
Right.
Building the production line for the Black Widow. And I've said this a million times on here, so I don't want to keep repeating myself. We're gonna be boring people to death. So I'm gonna say goodbye and good night, and I'll see you guys soon.
All right,
Thank you
Jeff.
for joining
All
us
right,
for
thanks, man.
another CEO
Hold on one
update
second. I'm gonna
here
shut
at
this
Alpha
off.
Wolf Capital. Today we had Jeff Thompson from Redcat giving us an update. I hope you enjoyed the update. And if you did, do us a favor, give us a like. How about giving us a share? And while you're at it, make sure you smash that subscribe button. All of those things are very important to us here at Alpha Wolf Capital. And we appreciate you taking the time to do that. Until next time, stay safe. Alpha Wolf Capital wishes you the very best of success.